Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile2708 back again with another recent pickups video. I think I mentioned in the last video I'd got maybe 3 CX bags still to show. One of them was pretty much full. The other two from other random trips out with Lewis had just maybe got 3 or 4 titles in. So I'm going to lump them all into this video. So these are pickups probably from the last week and a half, 2 weeks tops. Just over 20 titles, guys. So grab yourself a cuppa or a beer. I've got some Umbongo because it was so nice in my last video. I thought, yeah, I need another cooling glass of tasteless Umbongo. It is what it is. I won't be buying it again. But yeah, I think the first 3 to show you guys are HMV pickups. The rest of them are all CX pickups. I think across 3 different towns that myself and Lewis have been across to. So with it being the 6 weeks holidays still, we're going out once or twice a week, depending how we feel and what finances are like, and doing some movie hunting together while the weather is still absolutely fucking roasting. So it was supposed to be cooler today, but again, my living room, I think I'm up to 26.5, something like that. So it's another warm day. Right, let's show you some pickups. Right, first 3, like I say, HMV. 2 of them are DVDs that were reduced very rarely by DVDs in HMV. But these were a couple of low budget ones that I think are going to be, or I'm hoping will be, so bad they're good, or just terrible ones that I enjoy. So the first one, guys, it says influenced by Tarantino at the top. So again, nothing to do with Quentin Tarantino whatsoever, but it does say gruesomely violent, and this is a gory badass movie, one I've never heard mentioned. There we go. Cool cover though, so we're a sucker on this channel for a cool horror cover. So there we go, Death Ranch. If anyone by any remote chance has seen it, please let me know in the comments how you got on with it. So it is 18 rated. It says strong gory violence, sexual violence and racism. And a quote on the back: the inbred son of Django Unchained and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So there you go, reduced to $3.99 on DVD. So like I say, I am a sucker for these so bad they're good, or just terrible movies in general. So I'm hoping I'll get something from this one. So there we go, Death Ranch. Another one with a cooler cover and an even cooler title to boot. But again, I'm sure it's going to be terrible. And it is Cannibals and Carpet Fitters. There we go, Sammy. You're always asking for suggestions for terrible movies to watch, so I'm sure this one can make it onto that list for you. But yeah, it says Shaun of the Dead meets the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Twisted, a rollickingly good time. Cannibals and Carpet Fitters with a subquote: never work on an empty stomach. One of the best horror comedies of recent years. There we go. So again, will it... well, of course it won't. It won't beat the likes of Shaun of the Dead, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and Cockneys versus Zombies. They're my top 3 favourite horror comedies. But yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be so bad it's good. So if anyone again has seen it, let me know. And then the other one that I got in HMV was a 4K upgrade. So I've passed the DVD release across to Lewis. One of these where with any purchase it's a reduced price. So £9.99 for the 4K release of Doctor Sleep. So there we go. Like I say, I had it on DVD. So nice upgrade to have. I think I've only ever seen this twice. I haven't seen it for a long time now. So it was one that's on my shortlist to rewatch coming up soon. So yeah, $9.99, brand new, 4K was a no-brainer. So there we go. I think they also had the likes of, I think it was It, the 2017. That was 4K, $9.99 with any purchase. But I think I've got it on Blu-ray, and it's not one I'm fussed about upgrading anytime soon. So there we go, Doctor Sleep. Right, next up we're on to the CX purchases. I think I showed in the last pickups video an Anchor Bay Evil Dead edition, which took my total up to 4. So what shall we do? Let's have a 5th one, shall we, guys? Here we go. Another variant Anchor Bay of Evil Dead. Now this was one Lewis spotted in a cardboard sleeve. So like I say, I've got 4 copies of Evil Dead now on Anchor Bay, all different covers, and I've got the 4K release as part of my Nasties collection. So edition number 5 of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead, and again, full uncut version, the blue writing on the top. I think a couple of mine have got the red writing on the top, and this one actually was quite cool. So take that out of there. You've got those images there. Apologies for the glare. Like I say, it is a warm and sunny day up here in the northeast. There we go. Those ones there. And then, like I say, gatefold outwards there. So yeah, really nice addition, that one, to my Evil Dead subset as it's turning into. Let's see if I can get that back in. Ooh, Matron. Right, there we go. Full uncut Anchor Bay Evil Dead. So you will see probably towards the end of next week when I put another video up that the shelves might change around a little bit. So my Anchor Bay shelf is now chock-a-block and overflowing. Second sight, etc. up here is okay, but the shelf above with all my 88 films and 101 is completely full now, and I've got some 88 and 101 in the pile here to go on the shelf. So these shelves are going to be rearranged over the coming week. So there we go. Anyway, waffleage over. Evil Dead, copy number 5. Right, next up, one I picked up towards my another subset, my Tartan DVD set. There we go. One I've not heard of before, but where I see them locally in my CXs and I need them for the subset, then I do pick them up. So I think I've got, I don't know, maybe around a dozen so far, having just started collecting them really over the last couple of weeks. So not doing too bad so far, but yeah, El Topo. And it's a film. Oh no, I'm not going to try and pronounce that foreign name. No chance. It says legendary cult classic, uncut and uncensored for the first time. With El Topo, Alejandro, somebody, I'm not going to pronounce it, gave birth to the countercultural phenomenon of the midnight movie and carved out a place in history as one of cinema's most unique and visionary filmmakers, impressing John Lennon and Yoko Ono so much that they enthusiastically endorsed the film at one of its first New York screenings. So it's supposed to be a bizarre, ultra-violent western. So there we go. If anyone has seen that one, especially with it being a western, then do let me know in the comments. So that's going on the shortlist to watch upcoming. So watch my letterbox for an upcoming review. Right, next up, a horror that's been on my list I've wanted to watch probably for the last few months now. Managed to find it in a local CX on DVD, nice and cheap. There we go, look at that cover. And this, like I say, covers can be very misleading, but I've heard some really good things about this one, with it being a particularly creepy movie. So yeah, really looking forward to checking this one out. So Beazle, and it says, a lean, mean horror movie, The Blind Witch Waits. But yeah, look at that for a creepy ass monster creature, whatever you want to call them. So there we go. Again, if anyone's seen that one, let me know. Next up, for the ladies, bit of slurpy slurp. Time to do bloody roasting. So I watched Tim's pickup video, I think either yesterday or the day before. He had caught CX slipping. I caught them slipping as well. Oh, absolutely buzzing with this one. Lewis couldn't believe it, but it's a nice 88 films limited edition that I didn't have in the collection. There we go, and it's Drive. So there you go, you can see 88 films, absolutely immaculate condition. And it does include the poster as well, so rigid box. And it has got reversible artwork. Yeah, you can see the disc and the reversible cover there. And then we've got the poster, which again I think is just the same as the picture on the rigid box, but always nice to get them complete. There we go, that's that one. I think, I'm not too sure, this one normally, oh there you go, I've reversed the cover on that one, so that's that one. I think this is normally around the £6 or £8 mark in CX, but like I say, if you look at that description on the sticker there, they've priced that up based on the 2017 movie called Drive with Ryan Gosling in. So yeah, that's currently £1.50 in CXs, but say they've put it down for the wrong title, so I very kindly accepted them slip in. So nice addition there to the 88 films collection that I haven't got room for on the shelf above. Next up, this was from a gaming shop, funny enough, in Middlesbrough. Myself and Lewis, good friends of the two guys that run it, known them since I moved up here in 2007. They used to run Chips over in Stockton, which was a retro video game shop, and they now own Super Games World in Middlesbrough. So myself and Lewis pop over regularly, normally just pop in for a half an hour catch up with the two guys, the two owners in there. Always nice to catch up with them. Both been really good friends of ours over the years, so we always pop in and have a look, have a catch up, etc. They don't normally have films in, but just as myself and Lewis were heading off, on the side just by the entrance, we spotted some Blu-rays, and they'd got one that I've been after for ages, and it's 247 degrees Fahrenheit, which I've only ever seen this one once before, but I did really enjoy it. I've meant to pick it up a couple of times from local CXs, but just missed out on them. But yeah, $4.99 on a Blu-ray, supporting a local independent. More than happy to pay the $4.99 for it on a Blu-ray. So there we go. If you haven't seen this one, guys, really good film. Definitely one I'd recommend checking out. So there we go. 247 degrees Fahrenheit. Right. Next up, a bit of an obscure one. This one for my Tartan DVD collection. The Tartan DVDs are really weird and obscure. And they cross all sorts of genres. I mean, so far I think I've got westerns, I've got Asian horrors, I've got I think a Spanish horror in there. I've got Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses on that label. All sorts. It crosses, like I say, all different genres and just really weird and obscure stuff. Now, I wasn't going to pick this one up, but I thought, yeah, I'm going in for a tartan subset. Obviously not going to go for a full set. There's probably going to be hundreds of titles. But I thought I'd give this one a go, even though it's a PG. And it is Smiles of a Summer Night. Now, if you look at that cover, yeah, you'd think, that's not normally your bag, Marcus, which when I saw this a couple of weeks previous, I left it on the shelf, and I'd thought about it a couple of times after seeing it and thought, no, I'm going to go back and pick that up, and I am going to give it a watch, because it does say on the back, where are we? Let me see if I can find it. A middle-aged lawyer, Frederick Eggerman, his inexperienced young wife Anne and her stepson Henrik are invited to spend the weekend at the country mansion of a beautiful actress. Frederick's ex-mistress, Desiree Armfeldt. Amongst the guests are Desiree's current lover, Count Malcolm, and his wife Charlotte. Let's see. During the course of the weekend, these three couples meet, separate, and exchange partners, providing some lively comedic action and illustrating Bergman's sardonic attitude towards the vagaries of love. Behind the scintillating and witty approach to this charming period comedy of manners lie the illusions and pretensions of the haut bourgeois, which Bergman cleverly illustrates with his collection of fickle husbands and skirning women. It sounds all kinds of weird, which is exactly what you'd expect with the tartan releases. So even though it's a PG, I've got a feeling it's going to be weird and obscure enough that it actually ticks some boxes for me. But yeah, if anyone has seen this one, please let me know how you got on with it, and if it's one you think I'll get something else of. So there we go. There's Smiles of a Summer Night, which is a Swedish tartan movie. So there we go. That's that one. Right, quick slurp. I'm going to try and get through these a bit quicker, guys. I know we're nearly 18 minutes in, so I do apologise, but saying that, the Man United Arsenal's kicked off. Before doing this video, I'd spent 96 minutes watching the Chelsea shit show. It was absolutely terrible. Hence I'm here doing a video and not watching the Man United Arsenal game. So, right, next one. DVD took a complete punt on this one. It was cheap, and the write-up on IMDb, it sounded half decent. So it's Malcolm McDowell in The Barber. So anyone know anything about that one? Let me know. But yeah, like I say, I checked IMDb before I went to the particular CX to get this one, and like I say, it sounded half decent. So fingers crossed, The Barber. Right, next one. An 88 Films one that I haven't got room for on my shelf. A really nice slip on this one. And I got some store credit, so I think this one cost me £2 in the end. But it is with a slip, and it's pristine condition. And it's a movie called So Sweet, So Perverse from 1969. So there you go, 88 Films. There we go. Oh, and you can see I've reversed the cover on that one as well. Always go to the original movie poster artwork if it's available. But yeah, nice recommissioned artwork on that one. And I think, let's have a look. Oh no poster on that one, so it wasn't one of the limited edition releases. But as I say, it's got the slip, and this was, yeah, it's an Umberto Lenzi movie, which he'd done following the success of Orgasmo, which I have also got on the shelf up there but haven't seen it yet. So there we go. There's So Sweet, So Perverse, 88 films. One that I used to have in the collection. Again, this might be a label I end up collecting a few for. I think they've done a few different ones in this particular range, and it is a movie called The Demoniacs, however you pronounce it, a film from 1974. So luckily I can show the cover on this one. We do not have nippleage. I have had a close inspection and I couldn't see anything, so there we go. But yeah, these ones have got a landscape cover on the back, which is pretty cool. I'm easily distracted and easily pleased. So, but yeah, this is directed by Jean Rowling. Yeah, can't tell you anything about this one. I think it's French with English subtitles. But yeah, there's been a few different ones in this particular range, so I will keep an eye out again for them locally in CXs and pick them up if I see them. So do love my old school, primarily 60s and 70s horror thrillers. Right, next up, I had to get this one. I'd gone over to, I think, Redcar with Lewis for a few hours. We'd obviously had a look at the CX app before we decided we were going to go over there. And I was going to be picking up a Second Sight box set that I did need, but I ended up picking up 3 or 4 titles instead, and I had to get this one. So this was one of the ones that swayed me from getting the Second Sight box set. If you know, you know, and it is Troma's Tromeo and Juliet. So do love Troma stuff. I've got the likes, I think, of Toxic Avenger. There was also one, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember now. I'll put the annotation underneath if I remember. But there's one that I saw a few years ago that was a Troma release that was absolutely bizarre and messed up, but I absolutely loved it. And it's one that's been on my my list to pick up on Blu-ray for quite some time. So anyway, I'll put an annotation underneath. But yeah, very few and far between that I see Troma stuff out in the wild. I've never seen Tromeo and Juliet before, but it is one that's always been on my radar to pick up. Bit expensive, but so it's out of print and very hard to get hold of. And there you go, it's an 88 films release. So but Troma pulled out all the aces for this 1996 schlockbuster, perhaps the most acclaimed splatter comedy that legendary director Lloyd Kaufman, Toxic Avenger, has ever made, reinterpreting the bard's literary passion to the slimy surroundings of inner city Manhattan, and adding plenty of sexual shenanigans. Try saying after a few rum and cokes. Sporting silence and over-the-top violence. Tromeo and Juliet might anger purists. Watch out, wet wipes and snowflakes, this won't be for you. But it will surely win the hearts of shock cinema fans everywhere. Indeed, if Shakespeare had been more like this, we doubt we would ever have missed class. There we go. Sorry for the slow reading. No glasses today, and it's a struggle to read the tiny writing. But yeah, Tromeo and Juliet. Again, that one's going on the short list to watch coming up. So that's that one. Next one. Again, this was in Redcar. Lewis spotted it, and I gave Lewis my 101 Films regular release of it. So I don't think you can see, yeah, off camera at the top there is where my Black Label 101 releases are. So I've got the likes of Suburbia, Spookies, Mansion of the Doomed in the limited edition cardboard sleeves, and some other ones just in the regular Blu-rays. this particular title I had as the regular Black Label 101 release, but they'd got it for exactly the same price in the local CEX as the limited edition box. So there we go, Meat Cleaver Massacre. So like I say, I had the regular Amaray of this one that's gone over to Lewis, and yeah, this one's hard rigid box. Comes with the booklet, which doesn't even look as though it's been thumbed through at all. There you go, pretty cool imagery. There we go. But yeah, nice to get that. And there you go. Also contains another book inside, which is a really chunky book. I think this is something to do with the script. But yeah, all sorts. But it says, yeah, the original script for Meat Cleaver Massacre written by Keith Burns. So again, nice chunky release in that one. And yeah, so when I get the opportunity to get the white box releases, then I do pick those up. But yeah, Meat Cleaver Massacre from 1976. So that's that one. Again, need to rearrange the shelves to make room for these ones. Right. Again, try and get through these a bit quicker. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, the original. If you saw my video probably a couple of episodes ago, I picked up Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. I'd put off watching that one until I've managed to get this one locally. CX in Redcar had it, and it was £3. So there we go, that's the set. And I can now look forward to watching and seeing how terrible these are. Although Sammy, I think, has seen both of them, and he enjoyed them. He got something out of them. So we'll see what side of the fence I'm on for these ones. So Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Next up, a teen slasher from... Oh, I'm not going to be able to read the year on this one. It's a 2000s teen slasher. I normally stay away from these because the characters annoy the shit out of me. And, oh... But it was £1, in fact £1 dead on. I was going to say £1.50 then. But it's a teen slasher called Tormented. So figured I'd grab it for the horror DVD collection. It says at the top, a slasher movie for the skins generation. So cool, sexy, funny, enjoyably gruesome. You see the imagery on the back there. But yeah, anyone seen that one? Let me know if it's any good. Right, and these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were from CX in Middlesbrough. Myself and Lewis went tail end of last week. 2 of them are non-horrors, but I will show them on this one because they're part of my Clint Eastwood collection. Absolutely love Clint Eastwood, one of my all-time favourite actors. One of them I'd already got on DVD and managed to get this as an upgrade. So myself and Lewis had been to this particular CX a couple of weeks ago, and these were supposed to be in store, but we took both of these Clint Eastwood ones to the counter at the time and they couldn't find the discs. Luckily we double checked again today, they've managed to find them, so I picked both of them up before they lost them again. So, but yeah, there you go, $1 Million Baby, which I saw for the first time probably about a year ago. Wow, what an absolutely amazing film. Wasn't expecting the ending at all. But yeah, absolutely fantastic film. Didn't disappoint. And I won't say a twist at the end, but it was certainly an ending that I wasn't expecting, and quite sad with it as well. But yeah, nice Blu-ray upgrade for $1 Million Baby. And then this one I hadn't got back in the collection, but an absolutely fantastic film. And it's Clint Eastwood in The Mule. So I think this was, yeah, 2018. So this was 7 years ago. Obviously, you know, Clint Eastwood playing the part of the cantankerous old guy doesn't take any shit. You know, probably if I survive, you know, that long, another 30, 40 years, this will be me as well. So, but yeah, absolutely fantastic film, this one. I think this is one that Lewis wants to watch, so we've said we'll put that on the pile and watch that together one evening coming up. So there you go, The Mule. Right, coming up next, two more 88 films that I haven't got room for on my shelf. One that I have seen many years ago. Really enjoyed this one, so I am long overdue a rewatch. Was a decent price on Blu-ray, so figured I'd pick it up. And it's the 76 movie of Dogs. So that's that one, and you can see there you go, 88 films. So crazy. I don't pick or haven't picked up much Second Sight recently. But 88 films and 101, I am picking a shit ton up of late. So it's crazy. It's becoming one of, although between the two, 88 films and 101, it's becoming a couple of my favourite boutique labels. Like I say, seen this one a couple of times before, really enjoyed it. So that's Dogs from 1976. Next up, again, in fact, which one shall I show? I'll show the DVD first and then finish on a high with a nice limited edition 88 films release. Film that I haven't seen before, but it's from the producers of Saw, and it's a film called Catacombs. DVD, £1.50. It seems to review quite well from what I saw. Sit tight and try not to scream. Film from 2006. If it's from producers of Saw, I'll give it a go. Hopefully, you know, same sort of gruesome, brutal gore as the Saw movies. Who knows? It's a cool cover. But yeah, Catacombs. Figured I'd take a punt on it for £1.50. So, and then to finish, again, I'm lucky. Well, not lucky on the price, but lucky. This is one that I've seen in this particular CX for the last few weeks. I've ummed and ahed about it. I've brought other titles instead. Decided I wanted to pick this one up because it does review really well. And it's an Italian crime thriller that I haven't seen before. But it's the 88 Films limited edition release of The Tough Ones. This is a movie from 1976. So there we go. And a nice 88 Films rigid box. I think I can show you. Yeah, I can show you the back. There's no nippleage going on there. So there we go. But yeah, this is another Umberto Lenzi title. Italian crime thriller. But like I say, it reviews really well. I'm sure it gets a 7 or a 7 point something on IMDb. It's supposed to be. Here we go. Umberto Lenzi, the legendary director of Cannibal Ferox, kicked off the Italian police film craze with this hyperkinetic, ultra-violent, brain-blasting action thriller. So, Maurizio Merli stars as an Italian Dirty Harry, punching and shooting his way through the sleazy, drug, sex and crime-infested cesspool of mid-70s Rome, on the trail of a sadistic machine gun-toting hunchback, played by Thomas Milan, boosting a state-of-the-art 4K transfer of Lenzi's uncensored director's cut. The new editions of The Tough One includes an incredible slate of special features and a grindhouse version of the US Brutal Justice release. And this includes a limited edition slipcase, 40-page perfect bound book, and a double-sided poster. And like I say, brand new 4K restoration. So, yeah, I'll show you very quickly. Oh, there you go. That's one of the cats shouting. I don't know if that was picked up on camera. But yeah, there we go. So reverse the artwork on that one. So there you go, double disc are including, there you go, that Grindhouse version of Brutal Justice. Let's take a quick look at the poster. In fact, I said to Lewis I might actually get this framed, actually, the original artwork, but this is the recommissioned. There you go. And then, how cool, look at this. And it's a really nice thick card as well. But yeah, I might get that framed up and up here in the horror movie room. So right, so let's put these ones here. So that's there, and then you get this book as well with some pretty cool imagery and some text about the film. Oh, bit of nippleage, do apologise. Right, there we go. So yeah, tough ones to finish again. Another awesome addition to the 88 Films collection. So like I say, the 88 Films and 101 is all on this shelf above here, so I'm going to now split the two shelves, so 88 will have its own dedicated shelf, as will 101 Films. So there we go, guys, nearly 40 minutes. I do apologise, but you've saved me watching the first half of the Man United Arsenal match, so thank you very much, guys. Anyway, let me know if you've seen any of those films. Always nice to have that interaction with you guys. And as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now, guys.